Come here. Come here. I know everybody wants to see you. Oh. Okay, sit here like a good boy for just a second.
Oh.
Okay. Just say. Welcome to Q&A part 2. My mama deleted the footage whenever we previously recorded. And so here we are doing it again. Oh, you good boy. See, I'm so big now. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Okay. Welcome to Q&A part 2. We had this recorded quite a few weeks ago, but Jesse had a mishap with the computer and we lost all the footage.
What do you think, I deleted it on purpose?
So we're doing it now. Sit between your mummies. Hold on, just a second. Okay, bye.
Okay, just leave.
Wow, but he almost...
Hi, buddy.
He wants to be up here. Do you want to sit on the table?
No, he's fine. Okay, pay attention. We're doing something.
Bug.
Honey, he's fine.
Wasp. Do you need to go outside? Hold. Go on. Go on. These are from an Instagram poll that we did about a month and a half ago. Oh, sorry.
So the last one we did like basic questions from the internet, like most asked questions for lesbian couples. And these are the ones that you asked us. I just feel dumb because I deleted the last one.
It was pretty good, honestly.
I know.
And now,
it's like,
now whenever I answer, I'm like, did I already say this? Did I say this in the last video? Did I say it in the footage that got deleted? Just bear with us.
yeah, because I don't remember what we said.
Okay. This one says, Waffles is cute. Yes.
Thank you.
But we can't take credit for it. We didn't create him. We just picked him out.
He's so cute. You. I was just saying this morning, how did we end up with the cutest dog in the world?
True love waits.
Oh my God.
We waited for the perfect guy.
So anyways, one of our other favorite YouTubers.
Shout out to Lauren Madison, the Whitney fam.
Yay. Asked if we're gonna have babies. Because they just did.
They had a pretty cute one.
Landon's so cute. Yeah, we're gonna have babies at some point. Not for a long time, probably.
Okay, a long time to some people is like 10 years.
Okay, probably like 5 to 7 year plan. Don't you think? Reagan would probably like it to be a little bit before.
Like 3 to 5.
Yeah, but she's not having the kids, so.
This is true. I am very medically complex, so it would not be wise for me to have a child, and it would not be fair for me to introduce a child to the potential of having my diseases. So we have the option of me not passing along my genetics, so.
I will be doing it.
But we're trying to also decide
if we want to have kids or adopt.
if we want to.
I'm sure we'll all have one.
Yeah, I mean probably at least one, but the issue we're having currently is why. That's my mom. Why would we pay so much money to scientifically create a child whenever there's so many babies that need homes to begin with, and we could offer the same loving family as we could to a child we create? But also I understand Jesse always having the desire to carry a child, which I understand. I also have had the same desire, but and we'll just see. We're having them. How at this point? We don't know. One of two options. We'll either adopt a baby or babies, or we'll do in vitro sperm donation.
We'll just see. And we're enjoying living our lives right now for probably quite a while. Waffles is quite enough at the moment.
My next question. How did you know that Jesse was the one? Really, so there was a time in my life when I wasn't sure that I was gay or not. And so for a split second, like a month really,
It was more than a month.
I broke up with Jesse, and obviously we ended up getting back together not long after. But in that time that I was broken up with her, I was like, I'm not gay, I'm gonna date other people. I'm gonna find me like some, I don't know, some noble steed or something. I don't know. I was I was like, I'm not gonna date girls. Well, I started talking to people, and I started like, dating-ish people, other girls, and they were girls. So obviously I am into girls, but how I knew was no matter who I talked to, no matter who I was with, whenever we were ever separated, if I was talking to somebody, if I wasn't talking to somebody, I always wanted Jesse. Jesse was the only person that I ever wanted. The first time anything ever happened to me, okay, ego. The first time anything ever happened to me, I always wanted to tell Jesse. Jesse was the first person I wanted to go to. Whenever something bad happened in my life, I wanted Jesse. Even whenever we were dating, like even the smallest conversation, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to tell this to Jesse. Like Jesse is the person that holds my secrets. And really, when I picture my life in the future, I pictured Jesse in it. So there was no way of me going through this life without Jesse. I think we make a pretty great pair.
You say my name a lot.
Jesse's girl. Wish that I had Jesse. So, yeah, I really just love her a lot. Actually, 2 weeks ago, she had to go to a conference for work, and she had to stay away, and I was not okay, and it was literally 3 days.
And she came to the conference every day to see me.
I had to stay by myself, and I just missed her, and Jesse's my person, and I know that without a doubt. So when you know, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just know. And if you don't know, then it's probably not right.
Yeah, it blossomed from a really good friendship, so I think that it was, yeah.
We make a good team. Yes, that was cute.
Oh my god.
Yes, Gwen.
Okay, well, piggybacking off of like what Reagan just said, another question says, have you ever been attracted to men?
Nah.
Well, I mean, we had boyfriends when we were in middle school. Reagan had one when she was in high school. I mean, like, I can, like, look at a guy and be like, oh, he's cute, but no, like...
I don't have that ability.
No, like, attraction by any mean. No.
I often don't know. Like, people are, like... As far as attractive, I know when people are good looking. I know when people are cute, you know. But, like, there's often times that, like, girls are like, oh my gosh, he is so hot. And I'm like, really? He just looks like a normal dude, you know? I'm really bad at that, but...
Most guys look pretty average, honestly. Sorry.
No offense.
Sorry, dudes. So, I mean... No, not really. Not ever really been super, like, attracted to guys whatsoever.
Kind of makes my stomach churn a little bit.
Stop.
Just kidding.
Love all my dude friends, though.
We do love you. Okay, my next question. How do you guys deal with conflict?
We don't ever fight.
We're perfect. We have no issues. Just kidding.
Honestly, we typically deal with conflict is...
It's gonna sound super millennial-y.
Yeah, it is super millennial-y, but I think there's a good reason behind it. And I've explained it to a couple of people, and they think that it makes sense. So, anytime we, like, fight or anything, our main rule is to not leave the house, leave the room, say, you know, take a break, but we can't leave. That's our main rule, but what we typically do is we kind of separate ourselves for a couple of minutes, like 20 or 30 minutes or so. And then we typically text a little bit about the problem, right? Because
if we go to separate rooms.
If we go to separate rooms. And we normally do for a little bit, because it takes the tension, it takes all that stuff away, and you go and you think about it for a while, and you can reflect on what was said, and reflect on especially like what I like, reflect on what I said. Like, you know, if I'm like, oh, okay, I really shouldn't have said that. Like, we typically text about it because...
And when you text, you like, think about it before you send it. You think about it while you're typing it. And then whenever you read the text from the other person, you read it in, like, your words, like, in your head, your tone of voice, and you read it as, you know... I just think it comes across a lot better whenever...
Yeah, because, I mean, if you just stand there and, like, yell about something, then it's not going to be helpful. I think another reason we do this is because when we were long distance for so long, we had to text about a lot of things because we lived with people and you don't really want them knowing your problems. So, you know, it's just kind of always been a thing. And so it's just the way we work.
We also obviously have conversations with each other. If we, you know, get in a spat or something like that, you know. But we do pretty good for the most part. We're a good team. The snake?
Okay. Another one is, what are your love languages? How do you make each other feel extremely loved?
Okay, you tell me my love languages and I'll tell you your love language. What's my giving love language and my receiving love language?
I personally don't feel like there's a giving one. You just make that up.
Oh. Well.
Personally.
Well, I have one. So.
Cool. Reagan's receiving love language is physical touch.
But.
For sure.
Only from you.
Yeah.
If people try to hug me, like my friends and stuff try to hug me, I'm very uncomfortable.
She's not about it.
Well, what do I like to do for other people to show my love?
What, you like to give gifts?
I'm a gift giver.
You just sounded really weird. She likes to give gifts, so she thinks that's a love language, but I think she just enjoys doing it. What's my love language?
Okay, your first love language is quality time.
I feel like that's changed.
Okay, maybe since we're not long distance. Okay, fine. Let me try again. One of your love languages is...
My number one.
Acts of service.
That's my number one.
And then your next one might be words of affirmation.
Yeah, they've changed within the last couple years.
When we were long distance,
2 years,
Jesse's was quality time. Oh my god!
But it's funny because I feel like one of your main ones now is quality time,
and it wasn't before.
And it definitely wasn't. Like when we were dating and stuff, Reagan was like, yeah, like maybe later, and now I'm like. I'm just so busy with like a lot of things. Like I'm just so busy all the time. Like I feel like I thoroughly enjoy quality time and stuff, but like I'm like I gotta do my stuff, you know. So they definitely changed, but mine's acts of service. Like if Reagan does the dishes, like she just did, it's
sexy.
Over the moon.
Oh,
so cute.
I'm gonna do this one.
Do it. Speaking of,
do you split up household chores or does one of you do all the cleaning, laundry, etc.? I think it's important that we say this. A marriage is not 50-50. If you're a man and a woman in a marriage, that's great. Come into my TED Talk for a second. If you are the man, you don't have to mow the yard. If you are the woman, you don't have to cook and do the dishes. A marriage is 100% and 100%. If you're both giving 50% to make 100, you're both failing the other person and not everybody is giving it their all. Do you agree?
Yeah.
So Jessie gives her 100% with what needs to be done.
Up on your your soapbox.
I am, because this makes me crazy. And you know, if that works for your marriage, then whatever. For example, this morning Jessie cooked breakfast, and while she was kind of picking up the house and getting ready, I had already gotten ready and she was getting stuff ready for our video. I did the dishes. Given later, I'm gonna go mow the yard and Jessie's gonna pick up the house and do stuff like that. Like, it's just kind of like, you do what works for your house. I haven't ever cooked a meal, but Jessie's also never done the lawn. I mean, it's just whatever works. We both do the laundry. You know, we just do what needs to be done to make our house operate, and we do what the other person needs. I was sick yesterday. Jessie picked up the slack around the house. Like, it's just, we each give it our all for each other.
I think that's I think that's one of the other reasons we're so like attracted to each other and good for each other is because like, I wouldn't have married someone that was just like, oh, like that can wait till tomorrow, or like, oh, that could wait till next week. Like, me and Reagan are like, there's dishes in the sink, they're getting done. There's laundry, it's getting done. Like, both of us are that way. And I think that's why, like, I could not have married someone that wasn't that way, because we both like a clean house. We both like everything to like be in order.
I mean, whatever works for you is great, but if Jessie was to be like, laundry's not really my thing, then it's
just frustrating. Like, why do
you both walk on the grass, you both eat the food, you both wear the clothes. Why does one person, you're a team, we work together. That's what
we're just really preaching here.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I guess that's it's, you know, it's what works for you, but
thanks for coming to my TED.
That's something I guess we're just pretty passionate about, because we like to keep our house in order 100%. Like, we bought this thing, we got to.
Yeah.
We paid some good money. Okay.
I think that's about it.
Yeah. We answered a lot of other questions, some just like basic questions, in our last
in part
one. It'll be linked at the end. So
I don't know how to do that, so obviously Jessie's making this video.
So if you haven't watched it, watch that one. Watch all of our other videos.
I've been thinking about doing some like more diabetes videos, because that one got some good traffic.
Yeah.
I don't know. That one was much requested by the people in my life who don't quite understand a lot of it, which is, I understand, you haven't lived with it. Yesterday actually was 12 years of me living with diabetes, so, but I've been thinking about that. You know, we're taking a trip this week.
Yeah!
Obviously, we'll have a vlog about that. Give us your recommendations. What do you want to see?
Yep.
Now we're gonna go on a family walk with Waffles.
Yay! And like Reagan said, we're going on a trip, going to Portland. So be looking out for that one. So
Did you just pop whenever you did that? You're so old. Okay. Thanks for coming to our bed.
Like, comment, subscribe, share.
I hate us.
Me too. And go watch all of our other videos. And follow us on everything else.
It was just our first wedding anniversary, so if you want to feel nostalgic, go watch that video, because I watched it like 7 times this week.
And follow our dog. All the links will be down below.
Follow our socials. Okay, bye.
Another one about Waffles. Will he be getting a sibling?
No.
Ready and go.
And maybe go to the other frame.